2 appointments today for our client down in Florida. I spoke to the Director of Operations and Facilities for a church and school. One of their buildings needs a re-roof. They plan on getting it done next year, and the other 2, they need quotes and repairs. So we're going to be going out there early next week. And then I also spoke to a plant manager at one of the manufacturers down there. He had some issues before the storm rolled through, so he wants us to come out there and give him a quote on repairs. I got an appointment today for our client up in Michigan. I spoke to the property manager of an apartment complex. They're looking to get some preventative maintenance done before winter hits, so we're going out to 2 of their facilities. And then I also got an appointment today for my client down in Alabama. I spoke to the property manager of an apartment complex. I had spoke to her a few times throughout the year. They're finally taking bids on a re-roof. They have over 20 buildings, totaling over 100,000 square feet. So we're going out there later this week.
Got a good one today for my roofer up in Boston. It was a huge warehouse, about 400,000 square feet in total. The roof is 35 years old, so we're going to go out there and give them some re-roof proposals. Check it out next week.
I got a couple pretty good ones. My first one's for my client out in New Jersey. I spoke with the superintendent at an apartment complex. They just got one of the complexes I was calling about done, but they have plans to get another building done next spring. So we're going to go out there next Tuesday, give them a re-roof quote for that one. It's around 20,000 square feet, so it should be a pretty good one. The second one I got is for my guys out in Fargo. I spoke with the regional maintenance director. He handles all 10 locations for the buildings around Fargo. It's the corporate office is what we're looking at. It's an equipment dealership. They're going to go out there. They have an EPDM slope underneath 2 metal roofs that leaks pretty bad. He says when it's going to start snowing and freeze up and then melt, he said they're going to have a lot of rain coming inside, so they don't want to deal with that. We're going to go out there and give them a coating quote tomorrow afternoon, so should be a pretty good one for my guys in Fargo tomorrow.
10 banger before lunch. Nice job. That is the number. Who's got some good? Who's got one they want to talk about?
I got one for my Indianapolis software client. It's a manufacturer over in Effingham. I spoke with him a few times over the past few months. He kept pushing me off. He was busy this month, but we got something set up for the first week of next month. Kind of go over our rollout, so should be good.
I got 2 for our client down in Florida. I spoke to the Director of Operations and Facilities for a church and school. Currently they're taking bids on a re-roof for one of the buildings, and the other 2 they wanted us to take a look at. And then I got another one. I spoke to the plant manager of one of the manufacturers down there. After the storm rolled through, they had some active issues, so they want us to come out.
Nice job. Who else?
Got one for my IT client in Seattle. I spoke to the COO last Friday. I was looking to get some quotes on like Microsoft work. Told me to send some times over. He responded on email today, said he wants to meet next Tuesday.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I got a pretty good one for my roofing client in Trenton. Spoke with Super at an apartment complex. They have a building they need to re-roof next spring, so we're going to go out there next week and we'll vote for that.
Yeah, I got one for our roofer in Ohio with a church and school. They got a handful of buildings on their campus, a lot of old buildings. They said they could probably use a re-roof on the school as well as their rectory, and they also have a building called the Commons that they want us to take a look at. So we're going out the following Tuesday. Check it out.
Who else? Anybody? All right.
Yeah, I got one for a roofer up in Boston. It's a big warehouse, like 400,000 square feet. Roof's 35 years old, so we're going out there on Thursday.
You're going to let that one just stand right after. You weren't going to say a word about it. That was bad.
It's light work for me.
I had an email from someone this morning, said their contract's up, they're looking for a new provider, so they want us to call this afternoon. I sent them our survey link, which is how they get them a proposal out, and my client's going to talk to them this afternoon.
Nice.
All right, I got an appointment today for our partner out in Myrtle Beach. This is a guy I've been trying to reach for a few months. I talked to the CEO over there, pointed me to their CTO. I've been calling this guy since like July. Finally left him a voicemail today and he called me back. They're actually working on a project with some migration stuff to the cloud. So we're actually talking to him in 2 days. So quick turnover on the call. I think they're looking to take bids like right now. So we are meeting Wednesday. It's about 400 users, 8 locations. They have physical servers on pretty much every location as well as VMware. So looking to migrate things to the cloud. Should be a good conversation.
Got a pretty good one from my Phoenix client. I reached out to a assisted living center. It was about 65,000 square feet. He said they have active leaks right now. We're going out there later this week. Should be a good one.
I got one today for my IT client over in Chattanooga. It's with a company that's about 170 technical users. They do have 300 employees total, so there might be a little bit more. But you know, they've got an MSP that they're relatively happy with, but always open to comparing. It's about 8 servers all on-prem, so there's definitely room to move them to the cloud if need be. But more so just an introduction meeting. My guy loves those, meeting people around the area and really connecting with them, being a resource down the road for them. So I think it should be pretty good, and we're meeting them next week.
Okay, so my client in Philadelphia got an email from a customer this morning. They said their IT contract was coming up and they would like to speak with us, get some pricing. So we actually had the meeting today, got them a proposal for around $2,000 monthly recurring revenue. Got another one in Washington, D.C. area. I called a customer and he said he actually took his IT director, is in prison now for stealing their data and holding it ransom. So we're going to meet with him tomorrow on site. Should be some meat on the bone. So at least those two. We're planning on sealing the vault, and then I got another 2 more, which I'll tell you about next time.
I got an appointment this morning from our IT client in Seattle. It's with I spoke to the COO there last week. Said he's interested in getting some quotes for Microsoft work. Told me to send him an email sometime. Got back to me today. Gonna go out there next Tuesday.
So I just got one for my Indianapolis software client. It's with the manufacturer over in Effingham. I've been speaking with him for about 3 months now. He kept pushing me back further and further. And he tried to do it again actually this time around. He's like, man, just after the holidays. I was like, how about we just get it scheduled, thrown on the calendar, so we got it for the first week of next month. So it should be a pretty good one.